Hey guys, and welcome to our DIY budget camper build series. As we are currently on lockdown in Spain, we wanted to put together a mini series on our DIY budget camper build. This video has been requested quite a bit lately, with a lot of people at home on lockdown and who have decided to convert their own vans.
Unfortunately, we only started filming after we built the van, so we don't have a lot of video footage. We do have photos and some small video clips which will help to show you our story. So stay tuned to find out how we converted our van into a camper van on a budget, step by step.
In this episode, we will be showing you how we built our bed, our seating area with ample storage, and our drop-down table.
So when we left you off in the first episode of our DIY budget camper van series, we left you off with this picture. We had just built the walls and the step that our platform bed will be raised up on. The van was an absolute mess. It was now time to build our bed. Our bed also doubles up as a seating area with a U-shaped sofa, and also it's a lot of storage for our van and everything that we need on the road. We got some wooden battens and made a very basic frame for the bed. One thing that was really important for me was to have a bed long enough so my feet don't hang out like every other standard bed in the world. This bed fits my feet and my head in the whole thing, and I'm 6'2". When we had the two basic frames built, we added them together with battens. You can see on the top and on the bottom, that's where we combined them. That gave it some extra strength. It gave us more surface area to screw into the raised platform. It made sure that the top would hold our 18mm ply that was going to be on top. This is going to be the top of the seat. Once we had one finished, we knew exactly how to build this now. We copied the exact same and we added it to the other side of the van. If we didn't want to have a U-shaped sofa, we could have left out the middle box, which we added at the end. And to add this, it was really simple. All we did was add our cross braces, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. This made the frame really sturdy. It gave us the U-shaped sofa and it made sure we had even more storage when we're on the road. The sheet we used for the top of the seats and the table is 18mm plywood. This is really heavy and took a little bit of messing around to make sure we got the fit just right. It's not perfectly square, like nothing is in the van, so we made sure we cut it into different pieces that would lift up separately. On the left hand side we have one long piece that lifts up by itself on hinges. On the bottom of the middle at the very back we have its own piece that lifts up for the box, and we have the same on the other side of the van. In the middle of the van you can see where the table fits in. This makes a perfect base and it fits out to be our table. We wanted to make sure that it can slide in and out to make sure it fits perfectly. What it rests on is the side of the battens. So what we did to make sure we can fit the bed on when it's down is to give half the width of each batten to the 18mm ply. On the corners of each one you can see half of the width of the batten is taken up by one side and half by the other. This keeps everything in place and keeps everything pretty sturdy.
If you're liking this video so far guys, please like it, share the video and subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost a thing, but it really helps us out. So please, please, please subscribe. Thanks guys, back to the build!
Once we had the tops all finished for the bed, we decided to put around the sides where your feet would be. So you can see we tacked on some plywood there on each of the corners and it really makes the bed look finished. We then went around to the back of the van and made sure we cut out some holes for where the sliding doors open and close on either side of the van, but we tacked it off to close it off as well. This boxed off our storage and made it look nearly finished. In order to protect the wood, we decided to varnish all of the tops of the seats and the table. For this I needed the help of my Kevin from Home Alone hat that Jenny always slags me about. It was freezing that day, which made it pretty hard to make that varnish dry. Once the varnish had dried, we grabbed our little mascot bow and we sat in just to check, does the table work? We were so happy it did, and we had our very first cup of tea in the van. This was monumental. Once we had the bed fully built, we measured each part of the bed and we ordered some 5-inch firm memory foam mattress cushions. These cushions work both in day mode and night mode. When the backs of the cushions drop down on top of the table, they make a full 6 foot by 5 foot bed, which is so comfortable. Although I am very embarrassed to show you the absolute state of this van picture, this is what the van looks like when it's made of bed. This was just in the early phases of the bed and the van looks much better now. This is just a simple sheet put on top just to make sure everything fits in the van, but since then we've made some custom cushion covers which are fantastic. If you look in the middle of the van, at the very bottom you can see the hole where the table leg goes. This is a pretty cheap and easy way to make a table in a van. It just is a recessed hole down the bottom. You then have a removable metal pole which sticks into underneath the table. This allows it to be popped up and down pretty easily, and it's a good solution for us. The table was too big to provide full support, so if we were going to do it again and we wanted a full table, I would probably recommend going with something a little bit more expensive. This is a DIY budget camper build, so this is fine for us. We store the second part of the table away during the day and we just take it out for night time when it's time to make the bed. Now, once the bed was finished and ready to go, we took down that plywood from the walls and we start adding our tongue and groove cladding by screwing them into the battens. Again, this is a very satisfying part of your build. It looks really professional and it's really easy to do. We liked it so much that we decided with some extra tongue and groove cladding that we put it at the base of where our feet go for our seats. It gives it a lovely nice finish and it goes along with the whole theme of our van. So bear in mind at this stage our final floor hasn't been added. This is just the underfloor, but we're really happy with the pine cladding and also the corner separators that we have to make the finish look even nicer. And with all of this progress so far, I thought it was a fully qualified builder, which I'm definitely not, so I thought I'd do a little exciting photo.
Well guys, that's the end of episode 2. Thank you so much for watching. Please tune in next week for our next episode, which will cover our kitchen unit, the sink, the tap and our water system. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks guys, and we'll see you in next video. Bye!